today's the day. I gotta show you guys what my Ram 3500 can do towing. I've never towed the trailer like this with my truck and shown you. So this is 14,500 pounds, about 2,700 pounds of pin weight. And my truck is leveled and I have a surprise out back. So you've seen the videos. If you haven't, thanks for coming in, stopping into my channel. I did level the truck and I added some Timbrens out back as opposed to doing airbags. Go check out the video, I'll give you more insight on that. But nevertheless, I towed this trailer with the F350 that you saw in the thumbnail. And all in all, the truck blows mine out of the water when it comes down to power. So we're gonna see how well it stacks up, because we're gonna do an acceleration test today, and we're gonna do a 6% grade and MPG, as we always do on my channel. I love MPG runs. They're fun for me. They're good for me, actually, just for my own purpose. If I didn't do YouTube, I probably would still do these tests, guys. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're not gonna take too much time. I'm gonna go ahead and back my truck up and get the weight down, and we'll kind of meet somewhere in the middle. Let's go. I'm pretty sure this is a common mistake that people make. Number one, my tailgate is up. Number two, I have not put my goose ball in the back of the puck system. It's actually sitting right behind me on the floor there. So, first things first, let's drop the tailgate. Sorry, I thought it was gonna stay on there, but tailgate's down. And let me go ahead and put the ball in. Alrighty. So I don't use the camera like I said in the last video, so you guys get to watch. And I'm gonna only look back. So I might need to go up some though. Here, let me do this. I might be there though. I just use my mirrors now because I find that using this camera, it gets me off-centered ever so slightly. So I will use it as I get closer. But here we go. I'm going to zoom in for you. I don't have a spotter today, so I have to go out and check it, but I think I might have nailed it. I nailed it, guys. I'm telling you, don't use the camera. I will never use that thing again. It literally messes you up. Let's check it out. I'm in park. I always put down my emergency brake too. See there? I'm telling you, don't use the camera. I've been getting it every time. And I was actually at an angle, like over here, and I just backed into it. I went up actually once, but still, first time basically. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera up so you guys can see the squat. And if you really want to see, there are those Timbrens. And the only reason why I got these is because I leveled the truck, so I didn't want my truck to squat too much, because yeah, that reverse rake that you get when the truck sits lower in the front is supposed to be for towing. This is 42 and 7/8.
Perfect, perfect.
We're at 41. We're at 41 and 1/4. I don't know if you guys could even tell, but those Timbrens really do stop that squat pretty quickly. Even with having a level truck, it's squatting a little bit, but it's perfect. This is actually about where it's at without the level. And I'm definitely gonna give you my impressions on the 35's, and it's gonna be biased most likely. So I really like the way the truck looks now. It just looks amazing, absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and get all strapped in. All I do for my Reese Goose box is, check this out. You just lock it in. Now what I normally do, and this is just something, if you plan on getting this, whenever I'm done camping, I always lock it in place, because when you go on your next camping trip, when you drop the weight down, it'll open it back and close it back for you. So if you forget, God forbid, although you should check 2 times before you pull off, it's already done. So that's just something that I do, but you have to do what works best for you. All Alrighty, so we're getting on the highway. Have my exhaust brake on. You probably can hear it. Have my tow haul mode on. I have my trailer brake at 8 today. Normally it's at like 7, 7.5, but it wasn't really stopping the trailer, so I'll probably have to adjust it once we get down the road here. But let's see, 50. In front of me. Yeah, I will give Ford its accolades. That thing is a rocket ship. A lot of people said to me that Fords didn't have that power when it was hooked up to a trailer, and that was incorrect. Nope, that thing is fast, hooked up, unhooked. It's just quick. But I love how different both of the trucks are. Like, this is a different experience. Like, and again, I own this truck, so if I come off as biased, I apologize. I just feel right at home in this truck. I really do. It just seems to just do a little bit better job than the Ford. I'm not saying that it's better. I just feel like, again, it's not fair because I have the Timbrens too, so you have to keep that in mind. I'll do a video on that in the future. But I'm going about 60 miles an hour. Only time will tell when we get up to the higher speeds, because that's where the Ford really did shine. It shined at those higher speeds towing, like 70 miles an hour. But we're about to get to the grade here. Let me go ahead and set up. All right, here we go, 50. All of it. That's all of it, buddy. That wasn't bad. It's definitely lacking behind the Ford, but not by much. I mean, the Cummins is just the way to go still. I mean, less moving parts, inline 6 design, no harmonic balancers. It's just such a strong, stout engine. I mean, that V8's just fast. But let's check this out. This is where it all goes downhill for Ford. I mean, check this out. Watch this. See that? I don't have to make any excuses. There's cars in front of me slowing down. This is what I'm talking about. I haven't touched the brakes. I tapped the brakes a little bit to get the transmission to downshift, but I didn't use brakes there. That was all exhaust brake. And if you don't believe me, I'll use the gear limiter to show you what I'm talking about. I'll use the gear limiter. I'll put my foot on the daggone dash just so you know. I'll put both my feet up there because I'm telling you, this exhaust brake is 100% best in the game. This is all Ford needs for me to really make that decision. Just saying, the Ford is definitely faster by a long shot. The 10-speed, it shifts quicker. The Eisen does not. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have the stopping power from an exhaust brake over speed any day. I mean, realistically, you're not going to ever be doing these types of launches anyways, unless you just want to test out your truck. But I do find that this truck just does handle the weight a little bit better. I think 35-inch tires 100% tow better than the ones I just had. I went from a 295/60 to a 295/65, and the ride is so much better. It's smoother. The tires aren't louder. I thought that I was going to get more tire noise. And the Ford F350 that I tested, it had 35 by 12.5. These are basically 35 by 11.5. So I think that getting the bigger tire on these do perform a lot better. But man, I definitely will give Ford its accolades. That 475 horsepower, 1,050 pound-feet of torque is ridiculous. The Eisen transmission is what holds this truck back, 100%. Now my wife's calling me, so hold on 1 second. So here's some of the temperatures. As you can see, the coolant's at 194. The transmission is at 168. Oil's at 190, and then it shows the oil pressure. This is something I really wish that Ford and GM would do. It's just put it all in one spot. This is called a gauge summary for the Ram, and it's very, very, very helpful. All right, here we go. Reset the fuel economy probably about 2 miles ago. I'm at 6.4 mpg, but from here it's pretty much all downhill. I believe I did it in the same spot as the Ford, so it should be a good comparison for both. So let's check out where the RPMs are. I'm at about 67 miles an hour, just over 1500 RPM. So really the sweet spot I think for the Rams is about 63 miles an hour. And that's probably where you'll get your best fuel economy. And here's a quick peek at 70 miles an hour. It's just a little bit over 1500 now. I did notice a little bit more sway with these 35s. They're not as wide as the Fords were, but I can feel it swing a little bit more than the Ford did. I wonder if I would have got a 12.5 inch wide, would that have maybe made it a little bit better. But on my 295 60s, I don't remember feeling this much sway. It's not bad. It's just I can definitely feel just a little bit of a sway. It doesn't feel like if I were to shake the steering wheel, it doesn't affect anything. It's just definitely there, and it could even be the Timbrens because I have like this floating feeling too from those, and I haven't had them installed that long, so hopefully as time goes I'll be able to give you my impressions. But I'm going to show you guys this exhaust brake with the gear limiter, and I'm telling you, you're going to see what I'm talking about. It's the Eisen and the Cummins working together, and it's just a better setup. And if I have to lose this aggressiveness to have a 10-speed, I'd rather just have the 6-speed personally, because if we lose this, it's just not worth it to me, because I've had a lot of instances where I've had to hit my brakes because someone jumped in front of me, or just people just don't understand that I'm 20-something thousand. I think I'm like 22,000 pounds, 23,000 pounds, and if I run into you, it's gonna be a bad day for you. But let me go ahead and set up. Let me speed up a little bit more. Traffic's a little heavy right now, so I want to show you guys this. Okay, so I'm gonna let it sit in 4th gear. All right, so you're gonna see it in there, okay? Watch. No foot on the brake. All right, I got my foot on the brake now. But seriously, it's no contest. Yeah, it's definitely really, really strong. And you might need that if you're going down grades for 5 to 10 minutes. If you ride your brakes, you'll find that in a moment you don't have any brakes, and now you need to use your trailer brake to stop you. And yeah, it's just a bad experience. But with this one, your brakes will stay nice and cool. Let's check out the fuel economy while we're at it. So we're at 12.3. I don't remember where we were with the Ford, but I believe we're somewhere in the ballpark. Obviously, I'll put it here in the video for you. So all in all, not bad. Not bad at all. So what'd you guys think about that video? I definitely like my truck. I'm definitely biased probably. But I have to be honest, the Ford definitely won this round, 100%. The power delivery from that 10-speed, the power from the Power Stroke, it's just a better performing engine when it comes down to performance. And I felt like the overall control was great too. But I still love my Ram because of the exhaust brake. If I were looking to buy a truck right now, based off of how I live, now I live in my RV full time and we are traveling. For me, it's all about stopping, it's all about control, and the power aspect of it is definitely last for me because I'm not hot rodding on the highway. The only time I really want that power is when I need to pass somebody. And this Cummins with 1,000 pound-feet of torque does that for me. If I need to get up to speed, or if I have to slow down, I have to get over, this is more than enough for me. So, on that note, there's an airplane behind me, or a helicopter, excuse me. That was pretty cool, right? I have one last question for you though. Who worked? Ram.